Hello. Today I'm going to show you my favorite cornflour biscuits. Take soft margarine, cut into cubes and whip under the machine. You can also use a blender. Then we take half a cup of sugar. I take 250 grams of margarine, preferably 72% fat. It's a long beating process. The sugar has to dissolve completely and the margarine has to increase in volume a little. Then I add 50 grams of water and whip until the sugar has dissolved. Make sure that the sugar dissolves completely. I add half a teaspoon of baking soda. I like to whip under a machine, then the sugar dissolves completely. I use corn grits, as I don't have corn flour. I whip it in a coffee grinder for about 10 seconds. I put 2 or 3 spoonfuls of corn grits. When it's whisked, I sift it. It can be sifted several times, it's a matter of taste. There may be small pieces of grits, but that doesn't bother me. You can sift 5 or 6 times. You can see, can't you? There's a little bit that's not sifted. I put the rest in the grinder and grind it again. I have 100 grams of grits. You'd better knead the dough on the table. That way you won't overstuff it. I take 200 grams of wheat flour and 100 grams of corn flour. And I mix it. Then I add whipped margarine with sugar and water, put it in the center and knead gently. The dough should be airy. I add a big enough amount of flour, about 2 or 3 spoons, and mix the dough gently. I don't even knead it, but wrap the dough in flour. That has to be done carefully. Then we roll it out gently. I press the rolling pin a little against the dough and squeeze out the shape. I don't knead the leftovers too much, I just kind of knead them together. I make a lump and roll it out. Then I squeeze out the shapes again. I have about 1 baking tray. I bake them at 220 degrees Celsius. Of course, I put them in a hot oven. That's a must. You can bake them from a lighter shade to more brown. It all depends on taste. These biscuits can be served with powdered sugar. You can also add grams of 70 sultanas to this recipe. And you can also practice with the icing. Enjoy! Subscribe to our channel.